Hey, my name is Brandon, and this is our client Trevor today, and we're going to be doing a Skinfold assessment to calculate body fat percentage at 3 locations: the chest, the abdomen, and the thigh. Then after that, we're going to go into a brief warm-up, and we're going to go and try to get a 1 rep max on the bench. This is the Skinfold assessment lab. Before this test, the tool was already calibrated, so it passed inspection. So for the first one, we're going to measure the chest, and in this part, you're going to measure half the distance between the nipple and the anterior axillary line, and this is going to be a diagonal pinch. So you can take that 3 times, and if the between 1 and 2 millimeters of each other, then it's a good measurement. So I got 12, 12, and 13, so that's a good measurement. And then for the next one is going to be the abdomen. So it's going to be 2 millimeters to the right side of the umbilicus, and this is going to be a vertical pinch. And all 3 times you got 15 millimeters for a reading, so that's going to be a good read. Third and final test for the Skinfold lab. So this is going to be the measurement of the thigh. So what you're going to want to do is measure the proximal kneecap to the top of the hip. And you're going to take half that distance. So we already got it measured off right there. Same thing like before. We're going to take 3 measurements and see if they're within 1 to 2 millimeters of each other. And in all 3 we got 10, so that's a good read. This is a 1 rep max bench assessment. And in this we're going to be testing Trevor's upper body power, so we can try to compare him to other bodybuilders of his size. Before this we had him warm up. The major muscles used in this is the triceps, the anterior deltoids, and the pectoris major. So in this first set, we're going to be doing kind of a warm-up set. This is going to be something that the client can do 5 to 10 times. Some key points when looking at the bench setup is that there's 3 points of contact. You have the 2 feet, the gluteus maximus, in the back. Other things to note is the grip. We use the rings on the bars to line up the ring fingers so that both hands are equidistant, so the bar is not going to be off balance, and also the wire grip helps isolate the pecs in the exercise. So I'm going to be here spotting him, and he's going to do his warm-up set.
This is a good form right here for Trevor. I believe he's got a great scapular retraction going, and I like his tempo. He's keeping his contact, and he's creating a lot of power. After the light resistance set, I noticed Trevor started to show a little bit of fatigue. The bar wasn't going completely down to his chest, and at this point we can see that the bar begins to sway a little bit, so we have to keep an eye on this for future sets.
This is the second attempt on the 1 rep max for the sets. This is a almost max load. It's going to be for 2 to 3 reps, and this is 155.
After his rest, it looks like Trevor regained a second wind. He was going at a much better tempo. There was no bar swing. Again, I think the weight was not allowing him completely to touch his chest, but overall I believe he was keeping good contact and producing a lot of power.
Alright, so this is the final attempt of the 1 rep max. This is going to be the client's actual attempt for the 1 rep max. This is the maximal load. We just gave them a 2 to 4 minute break. Do it.
Our day in the lab with Trevor, we brought back our numbers and we were able to put some results together. So for the Skinfold assessment, without that, just using a standard BMI, using his height at 5 feet 5.5 inches, age 20, and weight 144 pounds, it was calculated that his BMI would be 23.6, which would list him as having a poor body fat percentage. But actually using the Skinfold assessment at the chest, abdomen, and thigh, it was calculated that he actually had around a 10.3% body fat percentage, which is going to put him in the excellent category. So I don't think that Trevor needs to work anything different with his diet or anything like that. For the 1 rep max bench assessment, Trevor was able to push a total weight of 165 pounds. Now, on a chart, to calculate kind of a number for that, we're going to divide the weight pushed, which is 165, divided by Trevor's body weight, which is going to be 144 pounds. We're going to get about 1.145. And what that's going to mean is that's going to put him in a good category for upper body strength. This is about the top 55th percentile. Now, I think that this is an area that Trevor needs some work. As he wants to go into a competitive bodybuilding, I think that we have to work a lot on those upper body muscles, the anterior deltoids, the pectoris major, and some of the triceps. I think that with doing that and some more benching, some more isolation workouts, I believe that we could definitely get his benching power up to that top 99%.